just released a new Tableau dashboard tracking critical insights on your tests being run in Wiiisdom. Now, I'm going to walk you through in this video how to obtain this dashboard, as well as how to connect it to a Postgres database that is capturing data on your tests in Wiiisdom using our PostgreSQL integration. But first, I want to walk you through the contents of the dashboard itself. Now, you'll notice when you first open it that there are 4 donut charts at the top. And what we're doing here are tracking the total number of tests run in the upper left, as well as the total number of specific tests, functional tests, regression tests, or performance tests run. Now, you'll notice that the green color represents the number of successful tests. And so we can see here in this example that 46% of all of our tests combined have been successful, 3% have been partially successful, and 51% have failed. And you can see those same breakdowns by test type: functional, regression, and performance. As I move into the center of the dashboard, you can see the test results by day and by test type. So in this first section, we can see the test results: green passes, grays fails, darker gray partial successes. We can see the results by day. So for example, in the second to last day captured in our testing data, we can see that there were some failures, and I can show you how we will drill into those in just a moment. But first, to continue our overview of the dashboard, I want to show you what we have here in the center right. So in the center right, we have the dashboard view and task results. So here we get down to a deeper level, taking a look at what views passed and failed for functional tasks, and then what views passed or failed for regression tests. And then down here in this section, we're taking a look at the actual functional tests themselves that passed or failed. And then in the lower right, we're going to see the most recent test failures by the name of the test. So you can see the most recent failures that occurred appeared here, and these were the test names. And then in the lower left, what we're going to see is the duration that each test and functional task took to run. So along with the results. So we can see for functional, performance, and regression that there were a few outliers out here for test failures. We can also see the same thing for this successful test. And then for functional tasks, we're going to see the same thing. It's a breakdown of the duration that it took to run each functional task, and also for the corresponding status: pass, partially pass, or fail. Let's take a look at how these interactions work in here. So I mentioned that there were some failures that we can see in the second to last day here that our testing data was collected. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see that I can quickly see for these functional tests that failed, which view failed. So this was the name of the dashboard view that yielded some failures. And if I click on the failed tasks here, I can see that the actual failed tasks down here were assert parameter equals, as well as set parameter. And then over here, I can now see for this group of tasks on this view, how long each of these tasks took to run. Now, if I go back up to the functional tasks by view and status section, and I hover over these failures associated with this view, I can actually, if I want to take a look at this view and inspect what's going on with it, I can go ahead and click on Open Dashboard URL, and that will open up the dashboard itself that yielded these failures. Now, if I go back to my dashboard itself, you can see that the failures aligned with parameters. So they were related to parameters. So in this dashboard, we could inspect what was going on with these parameters, and perhaps there's something that needs to be fixed. Next, I want to talk about where you can obtain this dashboard. If you head over to github.com/wisdomops/tableau-dashboard, you'll be able to click on Wiiisdom BI testing summary.twb, download the file, and start using it, assuming you have a Postgres database set up that is capturing data using our PostgreSQL integration in Wiiisdom, which I'll show you in just a moment. Now, to set up a PostgreSQL integration, you're going to click on Integration in Wiiisdom, then click on PostgreSQL. And you will have to complete the details shown here and configure the database, which will give you a connection successful once it is configured. Now, if you aren't using a PostgreSQL database, you will have to set one up, and I'll include some details on how to do that in the notes beneath this video. Okay, now once you've set up your PostgreSQL integration in Wiiisdom and started to collect some data on some tests that you've run in there, what you can do is open up the dashboard file that you downloaded from GitHub, and you'll be prompted to enter your username and password associated with your PostgreSQL database. Once you enter that in, you'll notice that data will start to populate in the dashboard itself. Now, it is worth noting that you will need to have the Postgres driver for Tableau installed, and I'll include notes on that as well in the description beneath this video on YouTube. We hope you enjoy all of the insights and time savings from this new dashboard.